buenas, buenas, and welcome to another installment of Milky and the Bean. As always, your hosts,
Milky,
and myself, the Bean, and welcome to an awesome installment.
Another installment.
Yes.
Hopefully, technical difficulty free.
Yes, we've had some technical difficulties.
We apologize. Last episode, we had some technical difficulties with the video.
We're good though. We're good.
Huh?
What are you talking about?
It was our fault. It was.
Don't blame the IT, okay?
Anyway, we and sadly enough, we found out that we're gonna actually have to get a video recorder.
So long story short, our last episode, if you would have synced it, was once we hit 20 minutes, the video stopped because we realized that our camera only records to 20 because of some law.
Some dumb law. So we would appreciate it if you guys could like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell. If you haven't already, tell 10 friends. Let's spread this.
You guys.
It helps us help you. All we want is to be self-sufficient.
I would like to have, this is just a goal. I would like to have 100 YouTube subscribers by the end of the month.
Okay. Let's challenge the fans out there.
We're at 79.
100.
We appreciate you guys. We love you guys.
I know you guys can do it. Once again, thank you, Orlando, for that hot intro. We can't tell you enough how much we appreciate that.
We love it. When
we get some dates, we're going to shout them out for sure. Let us know if you guys went to their shows or whatever. Post some pictures. Hashtag Dude Bro. Hashtag Milky and the Bean. Whatever you want to do. You make sure you guys get your pre-orders in. We're done. We're the last week. We're going to make those orders happen. We got quite a few. We got merch. We got
mugs.
Salud.
We're drinking coffee again.
Coffee, yep. Mm-hmm. But, I feel like our style is pretty fresh. I mean, if you see the logo, it looks pretty good.
Dude, are we going to talk about what I think we're going to talk about?
I don't know. What are we talking about?
It's time for fashion. Yes.
Fashion, please.
We're going to talk about... We're going to talk about fashion back then and fashion now, or fashion that's coming from back then that's coming now, or fashion that should just be gone in general.
Or fashion that made it all the way through every era.
Yes.
Okay.
And then we're going to talk about what we used to wear in high school or middle school. So where do you want to start off?
I don't know. What's the style? What the kids wear? What are the kids rocking right now?
You gonna do the man bun?
I don't know. Is it the mun? Is it mun time? Is it King Griffey Jr. time?
Let's talk about fashions back then.
Okay, so how far back are we going? Are we going when women were forced to wear complete outfits to go swimming?
Okay, I'm not talking about George Washington times.
Oh, okay.
I'm not talking about Abraham Lincoln times.
So no top hats. But can we at least talk about the times where men still wore suits? Three-piece suits.
Back in the day, when they were actually gangsters, like Al Capone.
Like OGs, triple OGs.
Yes, when they wore a suit.
If the tie had blood on it, so did the pocket square.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. When they used to paint houses for a living.
When they used to actually work for a living.
You know what I'm saying? Ooh.
No, I'm joking. But I think that one of the things that I've noticed so much about the evolution of style is that every generation has something. Like our generation. I can go on for days, but let's start with the one that everybody knows.
Okay, let's hear it.
FUBU.
FUBU?
If y'all didn't have FUBU and some K-Swiss, you weren't doing nothing.
Dude, I would rock so first of all, I did the white K-Swiss for a long period of time.
Of course you did.
But then I felt really cool when the black ones came out with the white stripes. And, I looked clean.
Those were, okay, but now, when you had the white ones, did you ever use the toothpaste trick?
Dude, I'm Mexican. Those things were browner than me by the...
All you were doing was running through the dirt with them?
Dude, it looks like it looks like I boiled them in frijole juice.
In the birria juice? Yeah.
Ew.
What? No? All right.
Red? Come on.
Red, yes. No, I think that K-Swiss was definitely a sign of the times. I think if you didn't have a pair of K-Swiss in the 90s or the very, very early 2000s, then I mean, you were getting made fun of. Like, would you have like Shaq's or Jordan? I mean, Jordans were for sure. If you had Jordans, you were on top of the shoe game.
That wasn't my thing.
No,
my thing back in the day was again K-Swiss. Vans. All day. I wore Vans.
It's the S. Skechers.
Nah, I never wore Skechers.
You never wore Skechers?
I mean, the closest to like I'm not gonna even call them basketball shoes, but I wore And1s.
Oh, And1s were I mean like. Well, and for me, I felt like, of course, Jordan is like your main basketball shoe. And I remember people getting into fights, all the homies, I can call you out, getting into fights if you even stepped on the J's. If you touched the J's, it was fighting.
And you know what I'm doing real quick while you're talking?
What you doing?
I don't want to have technical difficulties, so I'm making sure that
Are you going to go make sure real quick? Hey, so as far as the shoe game was concerned, do you remember when like skater shoes came out and it was like, the wax bottom shoes?
Oh, dude, I used to wear DCs.
Well, no, but like they actually had shoes that had like wax on them, so you didn't have to have a skateboard. You could just slide. Before they had Heelys.
I always wanted Heelys. I still want Heelys now.
Were they like soap shoes? I think they were like soaps or something like. I don't remember. Somebody go ahead and put that in the comments. Let me know. Hit me up. DM Milky or Milky and the Bean. Okay,
I got one. Fat Farm.
Oh my goodness.
I had Fat Farms, but the P was backwards because I bought them at the swap meet.
Of course you did. Was it Farm?
Dude. Farm. Oh, Fat Farms, dude. I would wear Fat Farm.
You had Boofu, huh? Buy us, fuck you.
I didn't have no Boofu.
You didn't have no Boofu?
No.
The swap meet?
No.
Or like you had like the old school starter shit? You didn't have no starter stuff? You didn't have a starter jacket?
So, you know what? In high school, like, again, I wore a lot of Vans. I wore, I was like a preppy kind of dude, punk.
So, yeah, K-Swiss. So, you had puka shells, too, huh?
There was a phase I had puka shells, yep.
I can't lie, I had puka shells.
Dude, puka shells.
But I'm white, so I get away with that.
You know what I also, you know what I used to have in high school, too?
What'd you have?
I used to have the belt that had the spikes.
Oh my God, the studded belt?
Yes,
what, were you a fucking rocker?
bro, dude. I'm telling you, dude, that was dope.
You were gonna play for Metallica or what?
I had some Vans, some jeans, one of those, and like a black shirt.
You had Junkos, didn't you?
That's you. You think that's something that ever come back?
Junko?
Yeah.
I like the shorts, man. I owned a couple of different.
What a waste of jeans.
They were shants, man. They were short pants. The shorts were so cool, dude. And they had like 12 different pockets. It just depended on how far down you reached.
If I ever fell out of a plane, this is the only clothes I ever wish I would be wearing.
You think you'd be like, wait, you can fly?
Oh,
I hated the fact that all like the crazy like metal death people wore them and like the IC like I liked ICP, so I'm not bagging on the Juggalos. Juggalos out there, I appreciate you, but I don't know what y'all were thinking with like the platform shoes and
those big old shoes. I don't get like the. I mean, to his own. Everyone has their own style. I'm not saying anything against it, but like the black with all the straps. I mean, you know where you bought that shit at? You bought it at freaking Hot Topic.
Hot Topic, or what was the other one? Not Hot Topic. Damn it, Spencer's. No, but Spencer's didn't really have anything.
Spencer's.
Spencer's. It's the coffee.
Spencer's.
Grandpa's coffee medicine.
It's the gray.
It's the what?
Hey there, laddie.
Hey there, laddie. What you know there, lad? Don't you know? I'm just trying to stay warm.
The leprechaun.
Don't bring that back, man.
That's my favorite.
Nobody wants it. Nobody wants it, all right? It's done. It's over with. Speaking of done and over with, though, what's the one thing that you can think of that it was just like here and gone? It didn't last very long.
It didn't last very long. Ooh. I don't know. You tell me. I'm trying to think of one.
So the things that I remember that were kind of like here and gone, and they're not really styles, but I mean, we had the gigapets and stuff like that. You know, every girl I had got one. But as far as like, you remember the little bracelets, the jelly bracelets that the girls used to wear, and then like,
is it the one? So okay, there are two ones. Is it the one that the yellow one to support?
No, see, okay, I'm glad you brought that. Okay, I'm glad you brought that up. Okay, so I remember when you made them and they had their colors and it was just cool to do, right? Like junior high, middle school, that kind of stuff. And then whoever, white people, I'm sorry, but
yourself?
No, I didn't do it. But I'm sure somebody had the bright idea of going, well, red means you're ready to go.
Oh,
or, you know, like that kind of stuff.
I remember that.
That kind of stuff. And then girls were like, I'm not gonna wear that. You guys are ridiculous. Like, why? If I wear purple, doesn't mean nothing. You know what I mean? Like,
if you were purple, you were a cochina.
I don't know what that meant. You know, I'm just saying. You know, I just remember. I can't remember what it was, but if you guys out there remember what certain colors were, please leave that in the comments. You know, just get a discussion.
Did you ever see the bracelets? Like you would put them, the girls would put them on, but then when they take them off, they'd shrink and it'd be a shape of an animal.
No.
Yes.
Oh yeah, like kind of like the slinky ones almost. Yeah. I remember those. Okay. No, but do you remember the ones that the girls used to do? Y'all girls, tell me if I'm wrong. Y'all used to sit in class and you made the cross ones that when it was kind of like just all the way up, or then you made like a loop with it.
Oh yeah.
But the girls would be in class with their long ass plastic pieces of multicolored, neon colored, like whatever, and then it would, and everybody's like, I want one. And then like the friendship bracelets, y'all remember those?
Wow.
I never had friends, so I didn't get friendship bracelets.
Wow.
No, I'm just joking. But
hey,
okay,
I did rock the puka shells.
of course you are.
You know, I did
You want
that
to be white so bad, you coconut.
I did that for I don't know, like a year. What
So-
what hairstyle did you have in high school?
Oh, that's
I personally, I rocked the faux hawk for like the longest. As soon as I got married, I changed the faux hawk. I'm going out of picture again because I get paranoid that we're gonna have technical difficulties. But
this guy.
we're doing good.
He is so anxious. He's got anxiety. Okay, for those of you out there who went to school with me in 8th grade, I appreciate y'all for not killing me for this. But do you remember when like the boy band stuff was in and frosted tips were in?
No, you had to do. Oh my god.
So, first of all, I had 2 hairstyles when I was coming up. Because of my grandfather parting my hair when I only had 3 hairs when I was a baby, I got the white boy weatherman hair, like the permanent part. So unfortunately, you know, I kind of look like Emilio Estevez with long hair. You know, ducks fly together.
You kind of look like Ernest Goes to Camp.
Pee-wee Herman. I think that I only had Spike, or I had the white boy comb over, you know? So I was like, all right, what can I do in 8th grade for my promotion that could really like set it off?
Just get everyone
just
wild.
get like, wow,
yeah.
He went for it. So I dyed my hair black. And then I frosted the tips.
No, you did not.
Yes, I did.
Please tell me you have a picture we can post.
I don't. I burned them all. It was a big mistake. Everybody out there can honestly say that there was a hairstyle you had. I remember the girls with the big Coke bottle bangs. You remember them big old bangs?
Those Selena bangs?
Like this, that curled underneath.
Well, you know what I did for the longest time? I always comb my hair back, and it was like I have a really, really, really curly hair.
So you had the cholo.
That's why I get a haircut.
Do you remember the palm?
I got one of those. I got one.
That's hilarious.
So
did you use tres flores? 3 flowers?
No. I use Moco Chango.
Moco Chango, the monkey bugger.
Dude, that's why I get a haircut every week with my boy Mark. Go see him at Heat Wave. We'll talk about that later. But hooks it up, bro. But I did the faux hawk all through pretty much high school. Faux hawk, dude. I even had a faux hawk in my wedding, but it wasn't like too much. It was I made it decent, and as soon as after that, I just switched it to comb over.
Of course you did.
You know what? But yeah. I cut my hair once a week, man. I gotta look good. And I got a little long hair because my barber decided to go on vacation.
Man, you can't be having that. Wow. So, okay, but now let's get back to where we've come from, because now here's the thing, okay? And ladies, I am not bagging on you one bit because I can't lie. I appreciate it when it was happening, but now that I got a stepdaughter and it's just not something that I can appreciate anymore. What were y'all thinking when we had the low-rise jeans and you pulled your thongs up over your hip? Like, what were y'all thinking?
That was in the 90s, right?
That was in our time frame, like when we were in high school. And I'm just thinking because if we look back over time, that was a radical shift, I feel like, because women were going swimming in the 40s and the 50s fully clothed with like this hairnet on.
You know what? They even had to the point where officers were taking rulers to make sure that they were...
Yeah, the dresses had to be like fingertip. My mom always talked about when she went to school, she could only have fingertip length skirts, right? And now you got women that are taking shoestrings and making bikinis out of them. So
yeah. They're all wearing that Borat swimsuit.
Complete with the banana hammock.
Dude.
But no, I mean, it's just there's certain styles that I think are very indicative of that time period.
Is there things that were styles back then that are coming back now and you're just like, please go back?
Bell bottoms or no,
Like mom jeans.
No, not my mom jeans. The high waisted things.
What is the point of that,
ladies,
man?
My
it looks like you're
ladies.
having a long ass day.
What did you call it? Nalga espada?
Nalga espalda, where your back matches your butt, dude.
Yeah, we called that a carpenter's dream.
Carpenter's dream.
No, but I mean, and not bagging on anybody, and to each their own.
Okay, yes, the stuff that we're gonna bring up right now.
We're not.
You may have this style.
I have worse style. Than
There's different stuff out there. Because there's one I really want to bring up, and I know
we're getting to it.
Okay.
We're getting to it.
Okay.
Don't jump the gun.
I just.
All right.
Okay.
Just give it a minute.
Okay,
Let it marinate.
Go on.
I mean, we're only at like 16 minutes. Right?
Okay, go on.
So
it's gonna be your turn to check the camera in a little bit.
I'm not getting up for shit. If it cuts off again, then hey, technical difficulties. Sorry for it.
Yeah, that's what happens.
But I think that there's just something that sticks out about the 90s because we went from baggy jeans, right? And, low rise. And then you go into like the early 2000s where I feel like the Poindexter look started kind of coming in more. Like the Abercrombie and Fitch and the, that kind of stuff.
Yep,
and then
yep.
skinny jeans started to evolve. And then we get to what we are now. And ladies, I get it. But I don't really understand why you would want high-waisted shorts that are like Daisy Dukes where you got the underbutt showing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get it. But I guess maybe I'm old.
I'm old because you know what? Back in the day, I would have been like, "Ew." But now when I think about it, because I'm a dad, like, where's your father?
That's somebody's little girl.
Hey, don't be looking.
Your butt fit in my hand at one point.
God.
I changed your diapers. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like I get it, but it's just.
I mean, you know what? Fashions now, like I don't get like rappers how they dress now. Like I don't get that stuff.
I don't get the skinny jeans.
But then I'm like, we wore that stuff back in the day.
We didn't wear skinny jeans.
Okay, but we were into the style that was in then back then.
Correct. And that's kind of where I'm like, but how did we go from baggy pants where I got boys back in the day that literally we wouldn't have to change for PE because we could just take off our pants and we had the shorts underneath, the basketball shorts.
I did that for a period of time.
Everybody did it, man. Everybody was like, okay, this is what we're doing. And call it what it was. Call it the 90s rap. Call it just Junko. Whatever you want to call it. But people were still wearing Dickies. Think about how long Dickies has been.
I rock Dickies.
Hey.
I wore Dickie shorts, the black ones.
Yeah.
One of my homies still wear Dickies.
Does he wear?
I'm not gonna talk about your name.
Cortez and tube socks, and like a top.
Why I gotta call my uncle that?
A top button, or is it?
Dude, back in the day.
Vatos Locos Forever.
VL, bro.
What?
Vatos Locos Forever.
Miklo.
Dude, you're Miklo. I'm El Gallo Negro.
But I think what's funny about kind of like the transition. Because if you think like, okay, we were talking about in the old, they had the suits, that stuff, and then the kids that they had became the flower kids, flower children. We got into tie-dye, acid wash. We got into, holy jeans.
I couldn't get into ripped jeans.
Ripped jeans, exactly. And then we shifted into like baggy jeans, and we got like, I skipped bell bottoms because I feel like Junkos were like bell bottoms to an extent.
Yep.
But then it's like once you started getting into like the 2000s, then it was like, okay, well, how tight can we make everything? We went loose. We went parachute pants.
But now everything's so tight we can just taste it.
Yeah, like if you get a fart, it's gonna crawl.
You just see a bottle.
The bubble, like, is it like your swimsuit gets when you jump in, You're like, I swear I didn't fart. I swear these are just air bubbles. It's the birria. I don't know.
It's the frijoles I did my shoes in.
Oh shit. Oh my goodness. So okay, but now.
Oh my god.
Like, what were things that were just like
god.
okay, that like leather pants? Like, what were we thinking? Now, I get it that Shakespeare.
What about assless chaps?
No, that's funny. You know, that's.
I have a friend that tells me, Eddie, how many times did I have to tell you? All chaps are assless.
You just don't wear them naked, dumb shit. Oh my goodness.
Oh god.
No, but I think that it's like Shakespearean times, and you had the ruffles, and you had the leggings and the wigs, and then you get to now, and it's like you got skinny jeans, or women got the leggings, they got the yoga pants, and it's I don't know, like, because even men started high heels. Like, high heels were originally for men. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so like they weren't like these stilettos, but they had a heel on them, and then platforms the same way.
Yeah.
And high heels evolved from that, and now you get like I've seen some crazy shoes. Like, I don't know how people walk in them.
Well, let's go back to this, and I want to read what's stuff that's coming back. That was then that's coming back now, and then you're like, you should. For me, some of the stuff is like, okay, go back. And I'm sorry, this is just something I'm gonna bring up, and you may know who you are and talk about this, but Fila. There's the thick shoes. I'm not a fan of them.
Why not? Filas?
I had Filas, but I'm not a fan of like the really thick ones.
Man. I forgot about Filas. Yeah, no, but Filas had clothes and everything too.
Yeah,
like, they were like the Reebok. They were like the
poor
poor
like
kids
Tommy
Reebok.
Hilfiger,
No, they were not Tommy Hilfiger.
So,
Tommy Hilfiger was kind of its own thing. But I think you remember Polo and Ralph Lauren, Echo. Yeah,
dude, I felt so awesome. I would have Vans on. I would have my jeans, like dark jeans.
Yeah,
the belt with spikes. And then I would have like a Zoo York jacket on.
Zoo York.
Yes.
See,
you know what? I know one of you out there has my Zoo York jacket from back in the day because I lent it to you and you never gave it back.
Rest in peace, that jacket, though. I'm sure they don't buy it as it anymore.
You never gave it back.
Okay, so, but do you remember, like, you were talking about Zoo York? So I had, like, my skater phase. Do you remember when you got the skater shoes and they were, like, the flat bottoms with the really, really thick tongues?
We just talked about that.
No, I know, but I can't remember, and I've been trying to think about it. I remember the little magazine that we would get was, like, C3 or CCS. And they had shoes, and I think they were Osiris. My skater friends, please correct me. And they had a zipper on top, like a little stash pouch.
What?
Yeah.
What'd you put in there? Snacks.
Pencils, bro. No, but my wildest dreams. I think that was kind of like my phase. Was like really early on into high school. Like, I was into skating and stuff like that, and I felt those shoes were super comfortable, but they were giant. Like, when you put them on, it was like, damn, the tongue was so big, and they were like oblong because they were good skating shoes and everything else, but they were super comfortable.
Yeah.
And I feel like if more things didn't care about the look of them than they were more comfortable, that they would last longer. Because what's the one article of clothing or style or fashion do you think that has made it through every single era? What do you think?
What style of clothing?
Maybe not style, but like article or like version of fashion. I'm trying not to give it away, so
I'm shoes.
Overalls. How many farmers in the 20s were wearing overalls? 30s,
Overalls,
40s?
bro?
Yeah. Think about it now. Even today, people are wearing overalls, but now they're colored. They're white. They're tie-dye. They're blue. They're purple. They're shorts. They're pants. Some people wear them with both straps, one strap, no strap.
Let's just talk about fashion now in general. People now will put just the most weird. They'll wear that, a pair of boots, and like a FUBU hat, and they're like the most coolest person in the world.
You know, I feel like one day I want to go out with like, you know, one of the big wicker hats with like a poncho on and swim trunks and flip-flops. Or no, better yet, hiking boots. What do you think? With tube socks? Like colored, different colored tube socks? All the way to your knee. All the way to the knee.
Yes.
With stripes on them.
Yes.
Do you remember the fucking socks that had the colored stripes? They weren't football socks, but they were the ones that you got like from the dollar store.
You know what took me a while to get into was ankle socks for a while because I always felt like they were falling off.
You got it. It took you a while to get into
did,
underwear too. Huh? Underwear? Oh. You know you didn't wear underwear when you were a kid. No. You were just running around all day.
I was wearing boxers and I thought it was cool.
Oh. You remember when boxer briefs became big?
No.
That was a game changer. I felt like when I started having to take showers at school, boxer briefs, I recognized what boxer briefs really were meant for. I was like, this is perfect. Because it was the tighty whitey, but it gave you a little leg, which is perfect.
Ooh, a little leg.
A little leg. just flash a little ankle. What else, Eddie? What do you think? What fashion? What about jewelry? Have we talked about really jewelry or anything? I mean, we talked about puka shells.
I wasn't really we talked about puka shells. I wasn't really into jewelry back in the day. Yeah. I mean, it was hard for me to even wear a watch.
I was gonna say, do you remember when we had the flossy watches?
I didn't really wear watches.
No.
The first time I ever got a watch was I was like in high school, or no, I was in middle school, and like my Valentine bought me a watch.
I had a Ninja Turtle watch, bro. It was dope.
What?
I was third grade though.
Lucky.
So. And then, do you remember when we had pagers, and you would get the gold chain? I think we talked about this before in a different episode. You had the gold chain and all that shit, and then you had like the specific when the ringtone started getting big. Do you remember when you put your ringtone on your phone?
Oh, dude, you know what I used to do back
You remember the infomercials that had call in and text this number and you get this ringtone for $1.99?
Oh my god! You know how many times I got in trouble for that?
Oh my god!
Like, get this wallpaper for only $9.95 of 12 payments. Shipping not included. How are you shipping a ringtone? Oh my god, dude! There's so many different styles out there, like the man bun.
The mun.
Dude, send it back. No, that's another thing. Go back. Another thing that needs to go back. Mom jeans. Go back.
Have you seen the newer fashion stuff that's coming out? I know y'all have seen the memes of like the accordion pants and like the trash bag stuff, and I mean,
what are we Zoolander in it? What does it call it?
Man, okay, and I'll give it. You know, shout out to my cousin because I know you did this, but I remember when there was this craze when people, especially like back east people, would make duct tape like prom suits or like duct tape dresses.
What? That's like a dang 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 dang. No. Dang 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 dang.
Some of them were creative. Some of them were creative, but that's the kind of thing that's like, okay, that's the line right there. That's where I'm gonna draw the line. When you start dressing people in bubble wrap or like plastics that are clear or stuff like that, like I gotta draw the line somewhere.
I got another fashion we're gonna bring back, but I'm paranoid again. I'm checking this camera. I'm just letting you know we started recording with this thing and the battery was low, so
we're trying stuff out, peeps. Like we've been saying, we're really just two guys BSing. So
all right, I got one more fashion thing. There's all kinds of fashion stuff, you know. Yeah. I mean, we can go on and on and on, but I want to make these a reasonable length. Do you remember when people used to roll up they like put a rubber band on their jeans so it'd be like stuck on their ankle?
No.
Like you get put the rubber band in your jeans and then you tie it and then it'd be like right here. You know, it's like you're lifting one pant leg.
I remember rolling up one pant leg. Yeah. Or like when you had the sweats and you just pull them up. But you used a rubber band?
You wore sweats?
Hell yeah, I wore sweats. I was an athlete.
You know, that was done when people wore pajama pants in high school. What the hell's wrong with you? The hell? Did you wear pajama pants?
I didn't wear pajama pants, but I definitely wore the sweats that I slept in a few times just because.
Oh my god, just hanging meat everywhere.
Listen, I mean, dude, especially if you're an athlete and you're getting off those long, lonely trips of we were driving 3 hours, and you got back into town at like 1 or 2, and you had to be back at school the next morning. Like, yeah, kiss my ass. I don't care what I look like.
Dude, there's so many fashion stuffs out there. If we missed anything, please let us know in the comments. Put any fashions, what you wore back in the day. Let's post some pictures if we have some.
If you got pictures or you got examples, please do. Please let us know. Yeah. I mean, leather jackets, studded belts, frosted tips.
And again, please hit that like button on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube. I want to keep on getting till we get to 100. Please.
100.
The end of this month.
But we got to be close.
All right.
We got to be close.
Yes. So.
I really think that we need to just hurry up and do the frijol of the day.
Yes. The frijol of the day. So, a pair of jumping cables. Walk into a bar. Orders a beer. The bartender says, hey, you could stay. As long as you don't start anything.
Don't start no shit.
The frijol of the day. All right, guys. Hey, well, again, we appreciate you guys. We love you guys. Hey, please understand, we're new at this videotaping, audio. Learning. I mean, we're learning. You know, hey, practice makes perfect.
Just happen to be making a podcast because we like having fun. We like BSing in front of everybody.
Yeah.
And once again, I think this is something that once we get to a point where we can kind of be self-sustaining, then we really can start getting some better quality. Hey, make sure you get those orders in. I think we're done by now, right? We got to be done.
I think we're finishing up. But, hey, if you still want some, hit us up, and we'll go from there. So, but again, guys, we appreciate you guys. We love you guys. And like always, bye.